Hello everybody and welcome back to Family Things and More. Today we are on location at Nana and Nono's house because we're going to be making something delicious. So one of the ingredients that we need is fresh rosemary. So we are outside and we're going to pick some fresh rosemary. Come get a closer look. Look how beautiful it is. I'm just going to take a branch from here. There we go. Smells delicious. Okay, let's head on into the kitchen. Okay, so now we're inside and today we're going to be making a porchetta out of a pork leg. So this is about 9 pounds. And what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to clean up some of this extra fat that you see here. So I'm just going to cut it off. Comme ça. And just discard it there. So that's the first step. I've already taken it out of the package, as you can see, and I've washed it off and patted it dry a little bit. So now I'm just going to take off all this extra fat that we don't need. And then I'm going to show you how to take out the bone. Okay, so I cut that open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm taking my boning knife and I am just cutting back the skin. So let me do this side first, it's a little easier. So just along the line like this. You don't want to cut into the meat, you're just bringing the skin back because we're going to be using this skin to wrap around the meat after we have it all nicely deboned and seasoned. So you just want to keep working your way gently. Take your time. And just peeling back that skin. Okay, and then you want to do the same to the other side. So that's what I'm going to do over here. This side is giving me a little bit of trouble. I'm going to have to turn this around and work at it from this end, but we'll show you what it looks like as soon as I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, the skin is all nicely back. Looks like a nice little pork leg butterfly. Hello, hello. Okay, so as you can see, there's a bone here. So this is the leg bone and it goes all the way to here. So now the next step is to slowly cut along the bone. You want to feel for it and you're just going to slice it little by little, and you're going to do the same thing and you're going to butterfly it open. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have a very sharp knife because you want to be able to cut through your meat. And I'm just going to keep doing this along the bone line. You can see, come in, get a close-up. There's the bone right there, and we're just following it along. Just want to work it with your hands. Don't be afraid to touch your meat. Get up close and personal. If you like, give it a little name. We can call him Wilbur, or is that wrong? From Charlotte's Web. Oh, my daughter's nodding her head. No, that wasn't a good call, Mom. Can't eat Wilbur. What can we call this guy?
Porky.
Porky Pig? Can't call him Porky Pig.
Pork baby.
Pork baby. And you just want to keep doing that. And then again on this other side. Is that right, Dad?
Sure.
Okay, so I finally freed the bone. I had to get some help from my dear old dad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this bone. I'm going to freeze it for now, and I'm going to use it another time to make a nice bone stock. Now that the meat is deboned, we need to get our seasoning ready. So my dad went to the garden and he picked me some nice fresh garlic. I've already peeled it. This is what it looked like out of the garden. Isn't it beautiful? It smells so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut up some smaller pieces. I'm going to put it in my little, what is this, the mortar? Is that the pesto part? Anyways, I'm just going to cut it up, put it in here. I think that's a piece of the skin. I didn't peel that properly. That's okay, we fix it now. Nothing beats homegrown, fresh from the garden. Okay, and I'm putting a whole head of garlic in there. Don't be shy when you're seasoning it. You want it to have a lot of flavor. I don't think you hear some squeaking in the background. You know what that means? It's time to have a drink. It means I'm driving my parents crazy. Okay, so we have the garlic in there. We're gonna add some salt to it. This is just regular table salt. And what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna keep crushing this until it becomes a paste. So this is where your nice biceps, triceps, whatever steps you want. And you're just gonna keep doing that till it comes to a nice paste. I'm just gonna keep working this. The garlic is all mashed. I've added just a few sprigs of the rosemary. I'm just gonna mash that in here a little bit. Can you hear my parents in the background chin-chinning? Salud. What are we drinking?
Cognac.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper. Wrong side. I'm gonna shove some black pepper in there. Don't forget to season. Don't be afraid. More salt. Salt's the spice of life. Get in there, and then I'm using some extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna pour that in there to make a nice paste, and I'm gonna mix this all up. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, it's all ready. If you like a little spice, you can go ahead and add your chilies or whatever kind of pepper that you like. We're not gonna make it spicy today because the kids will be eating it, and they're not too fond of the spice. So first I'm going to brush this beauty on. It smells, oh my goodness, I wish you guys could smell this. It's like heaven. I'm just gonna brush my meat. Nothing beats making your own porchetta with your fresh spices from the garden. Not my garden. As you know, most of my stuff comes from my mom and dad's garden. But you know, they love me, so they give me what I want. Don't tell my brothers that. Just gonna keep brushing this on. I get that flavor all in there. That way, when we roll it, the seasoning will be well distributed. So I'm taking off the fresh rosemary. Apparently I'm doing it wrong, according to my mom. You're supposed to hold it at the tip. And see, it didn't work, Mom. You hold it at the tip and you pull down. You see that? They're laughing at me in the background. Yeah. So you hold it and you pull. Yeah. I'm going to chop this up and I'm going to add it onto my porchetta here, and I'm going to add some more, a little bit more salt and some more black pepper. So I'm going to chop this up. Just going to coarsely chop it. So I have it all nicely chopped. We're going to sprinkle this on. I love the smell of rosemary. Now I planted some rosemary plants, actually seeds, in my garden and in a pot, and for some reason my rosemary didn't grow. So I'll be back here later on to get some fresh rosemary to dry for the winter. Thumbs up, Mom and Dad? Oh, Dad's giving me a thumbs down. Okay, rosemary is all nicely spread out. I'm gonna give it a little bit more salt. Is that good like that, Dad?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then we're gonna add the pepper. Is that good like that?
Sure.
Okay, and now we're ready to roll this guy up. So I've enlisted my dad to do the tying because this is something that I have not yet learned to do. So I'm gonna continue to watch and learn this part. So what he's doing is he's folding up the fat piece and the thin piece around it. He had his butcher twine underneath, and he's gonna tie it at the fattest point first. And you wanna get that really tight in there because remember, as your meat is cooking, it shrinks. You can see he added a sprig of rosemary there to make it look pretty. Okay, another piece of string beside it. I'm gonna cut that. Thanks to Mom for getting the butcher twine ready with the little loops. I'm gonna make sure that the skin covers as much as the meat as possible. You can get a nice crackling. And we're gonna put a third piece down at the skinnier end. Get it right underneath there.
Need my glasses, I can't see.
Oh. There we go, nice and tight. And we're gonna finish it off by giving it a little bath in the olive oil with garlic, rosemary, salt, and pepper. And then we're gonna pop her in the oven at 350 for about 3 hours until she's nice. My mother's clearing her throat. So you wanna bake it half an hour per pound, so it's 9 pounds. At 350, or you can throw it on your rotisserie. And there she is. Isn't she a beaut? Beautiful. Hey, and here is the finished product. Can you hear that sizzle? Can't wait to slice it up and taste it. Okay, we're carving it up. Our mouths are watering. Can't wait to taste. Look at that steam. Okay, the moment I've been waiting for my whole life. Time to taste. Mmm, delicious. And some homemade wine to go with it. Cheers. Until next time, love you.